Nomar Garciaparra played every sport imaginable as a youngster. Soccer, volleyball, bowling, you name it, he played it. And yes, he played some baseball too. The six-time All-Star credits that well-rounded sports upbringing for enabling him to enjoy an incredibly productive 14-year Major League career. And the former Red Sox shortstop and married father of two urges today's youth sports parents to avoid falling into that sports specialization trap that sabotages so many kids' experiences with burnout and overuse injuries.
I think so many people think, oh, you got to stay in one sport. I am so against you focused on one sport. You got to play them all. Because I tell people this, I said, look, when I'm hit there in the bottom of the ninth and I'm facing the best closer in the world, Mariano Rivera, and it's a pressure situation, I couldn't tell you any baseball time when I was in Little League or whatever that got me ready for that moment. But I can tell you when I was a soccer player and I had this penalty kick in a big tournament that we have to win, that I was a fifth guy that had to take it in order for our team to win that championship. I can tell you when I was a place kicker for football and there's 3 seconds left and I had to kick a 45-yard field goal to put, to win this game. Or there's that basketball player that has to go out there and he's on the line and he's got 2 free throws he has to make with 1 second left and you're down by 1. Those moments get you ready for this. It's like, and not only that, that's from the mental side, but on the physical side, playing other sports makes you stronger and a more complete athlete. And that's what you really want to see out of kids. I couldn't tell you when I hit 500. I don't know what my average was as a little kid. I have no clue. But I know how I felt those years. For me, I think the numbers I really focused on was I hated striking out. I wanted to see if I can go through a year without striking out. That was my goal. It wasn't about how many hits. I was like, I'm not striking out this year. So things like that motivated me. But it was really about the feeling. And I think if people really focus on that when it's all said and done, it's not about the numbers, how the kids feel, how you're feeling from one day to the next, to keep that positive motivation, it'll help them. Well, because when they fail or they line out, say, hey, how did that feel? How did it feel hitting that ball? How did that, and sometimes it's motivating to a kid. Hey, did that feel good when you struck out? No, all right, let's work on so we don't do that, right? What can we be better? You don't like that feeling, right? No, I don't like that feeling. Okay, how can we do that so we, limit that feeling, motivate you so you can get better and say, okay, here's what you did good during that bat, here's what you could do better, and give them that positive reinforcement. But I think if they focused on that and asked the kid, more, well, how did you feel rather than how did it go? Because our first instinct is says, how'd it go? I only got 1 hit, or I didn't get any hits, or whatever. No, but how did you feel today? How did it feel going in there? Did you feel good in the box? Did you see the ball well? What gave you trouble? Let's talk about it. And I think focusing on that, whether you're a pitcher, how did you feel on the mound? Did the ball feel good? How did your arm feel? Are you feeling tired? Whatever it may be. I think if you focus more on that as the individual, you'll get more of a positive result from them. For me, playing baseball was the way it made me. I felt alive when I was out there. I just loved the feeling. I loved making a great play. I loved being out there in the field. I loved being in the batter's box. It was that feel that I loved. It wasn't so much the result all the time for me. It's like, how did I feel after that at bat? Even though I may have made out, how did I feel? What did I do well from it? What did I do wrong? How was I going to learn from that? So it wasn't so much just the result so much, but as much as how I felt.
Garciaparra captured a trophy case full of awards during his playing days. He won back-to-back American League batting titles. He was the American League Rookie of the Year in '97, the National League Comeback Player of the Year in 2006, and the list goes on. But it was being part of a team, understanding the importance of working together, and learning so many valuable life skills that resonates with him today.
Well, I'll tell you, being part of a team is just huge. I think that in and of itself develops so many life skills. How somebody has to depend on you, how you have to depend on others, how you have to work with others. I mean, not only, I was very fortunate to go all the way up to play professional sport and very grateful and blessed to do that. But at the same time, now that I'm no longer playing, you realize how important those skills are in any environment, whether your next job, whatever it may be, because you're going to end up being part of a team. I mean, here I am now. I'm a broadcaster. I'm out there. I'm part of a broadcast team. It's not just me out there on the TV solo. I'm part of a team. And so those skills that I learned as a youth, being part of that with those team sports and being active has really helped me now.